Well, there's election reform, and then there's reforming the outcome of elections, and our whole long-term mission at Meetup is both with political meetups and non-political meetups is that they affect the outcome of elections, but also specifically, I have a personal interest in election reform. We're also it's also the perfect Meetup is about to launch something that we're being very quiet about. That we're launching something in a few weeks that that will long story short, it will help sort of larger movements coordinate themselves and try to really turn themselves into a real movement. And so election reform is a perfect candidate for that, no pun intended, because you have a lot of people across the political spectrum interested in it, and so what we believe in is the power of groups and the power of how groups can be powerful and make a difference. And so that's why I'm here.
What is it, without revealing it, because obviously you don't want to, what is it that these movements are missing now?
They're missing coordinated action between local groups. They're missing the idea of how local groups can team up. Local groups that might have one issue. It might be a mom's group in some place that takes on the mantle of election reform, says this is something that we care about for their particular reason. And how do local groups who believe in who might be primarily about different things coordinate around some common cause or common interest? Election reform certainly fits the bill for that.
So how is this different from what Meetup is doing now?
Meetup, we've built the world's best local group system. So we the reason why Ron Paul groups on Meetup are so successful, part of the reason why they're so successful, is because Meetup is a really great platform. We've invested more into into making groups successful, engaged, actually meeting, effective. You look at some of the software on like BarackObama.com, and the reason why the groups on BarackObama.com aren't very active is because it isn't designed, it isn't optimized to get people active. And that's the difference between Meetup is all about the local group. What we're going into is sort of the natural next step from the local groups.
The national group? Can't say. Is this going to change the face of the presidential campaign, in your opinion? Is this something for people to look for to change the way that the presidential campaign is going to be run? This time around, 2008?
Yes.
What's the date?
I think it'll be out there. It'll be out there before the primaries.
First votes cast January 3rd
in
Iowa. You think before that?
Yeah. Well, we're putting something out there next month.
Great.
Early next month.
Thanks, man.